Back to the street, 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 back to the street. Back to the street, 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 back to the street.
Got them begging for some more.
Yo, what's up, party people? I'm here. Hello, welcome. Welcome to not dank music stream, but feedback stream. Today with me, Tampu, or Bios, or whatever. Yeah, we have lots of submissions, lots of stuff. I'll start before you guys keep sending more. you tunes you've been sending to. I'll start from the top, and that's probably Gucci Flips. No, actually it should be Bondarenko. Bondarenko. Is my mic loud enough? And who is UA? And I know what 710 stands for. Who is UA Oil? Hey, why is feedbacks? It's Corundum. Hey, Corundum. Unknown artist. It's you, that unknown artist that I know. Okay, I give you a bit more. Yo, Grimtech. Yes, welcome. Welcome the Anons, the Unknowns, and the Regulars. We're starting straight up with Gucci Flips Zoom version 1. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. There should be people that are able to jump the line, so I have to go with them first. Here are Twitch subscribers. Bondarenko Sodia. I have to look at this one. Lato Playboy Carti remix, I guess. Yeah, he's excited for us to hear it. I hope Sodia, Hodia, Radnik, you guys are online. Let's hear it. Oh, and it's released, so I'm calling this a cheeky promo.
Shit, it turn me on. That tutu ain't gon' do that 90, get me out my thong. Don't get me wrong, I'm gangsta bitch, but I tell back go get the switch. You know he pull up spanking shit. Please tell me if you love me. Hit some if you love me. Better not put nobody but your ass above me. Classic princess when we slide through, know them niggas ain't on nothing. Super thick, you know I'm saying pretty when that shit get ugly. I am the music. I told Lotto, put him in the hole, put him in the kids.
Yeah, so that happens when you're sending release stuff. Then we are getting into SoundCloud radio territory. Anyway, yeah, as you can figure, I did not make my way to the barber as I was supposed to. But, oh, and I have to mute Discord. Who's trying to ping me on Discord of you? This was dope, right? I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's like mixed well, done well, nice SATI bass there, saturated bass, gnarly bass, dope tune, nice opening. I always wonder, right? 69 followers and 5,000 plays. You're doing something right, my man. Hodia, Exodia. Too bad you're not here, but send some stuff sometime. This was fun. This was fun. I'll give you a follow. Here you go. 70 is, oh no, I'm unfollowing. 69 is better. That's better. Sorry, didn't want to fuck up the numbers there. So yeah, Marcus, that is not a problem. It's not a problem. It happens. We all misclick in life. But you is supposed to be a Twitch subscriber, so we are doing Weirdier from you. And you, if you're in the chat, give us a shout. You've submitted twice, so I'm not sure if I'm going to play this one this week. Otherwise, I'm going to play it next week. This is the track Weirdier, 140 BPM, G minor, 6A. I guess that's the Camelot table. Weirdier lurches to life with proper whops, snarling through the underbrush, banging half-time beats, stomping like hooves in the dark. Thick, crawling subs hit you in the chest, while you groove with the twisted melodies slinking through the mix, strange and untamed. Damn, didn't expect to read a novel today. Please let me know. Save the set your text for. Yeah, I'm not reading what I was tasked here. I'm just playing it for you guys. Enjoy.
My Jimmy, you gotta have something. on, Jimmy, you gotta have something.
Yeah, so I today was again in the land of genres, thinking about yeah, which subreddits represent good genres that we are related to. And I think experimental bass music is quite something that we are into. The weird bass, yeah. But this one, this weirder, was even weirder. It was like, this is very experimental bass music, or extremely weird bass music. Yeah, as I already read a novel, I'm reading you what I was tasked here. Tell us more about your tune. What makes it special to you? This is an avant-garde journey through drum space and dissonance aimed to cause confusion and to generate a moment of question. Definitely happened here. A lot of questions, built around various pieces of a chopped up and treated J.G. Wentworth Cash Now commercial sample. Cash Now, chopped up and treated. Cash Now, yeah, commercial sample. It's not 100% finished and may end up on the cutting room floor. Originally intended to be a 60-second transition clip, this one developed a mind of its own. Definitely has developed a mind of its own, yes. Please let me know how you would save this track if you were tasked with it. More structured arrangement, or focus on more properly EQ'd hats, drums, and creating negative space. So, if I personally was tasked to save this track, I'm also posing the question to the chat: what would you do to save this track? If I would be tasked to save this track, I would probably use a lot more of that dope sample that I have heard a lot of times, but it's still dope. But it's always a question when you have heard a sample so many times and used so well, how to make it better, right? How to use that sample better than the other guy. So that's a hard task. But I like the sample. It's very nice. And it's kind of nice how you made it go up and then be stuck on that one note. But I think the least of the problems, are the EQing of the hats and the drums. I don't think even EQing them better would help. I don't think if they were necessarily that bad EQ'd. So, I mean, the question is not what would I do, but what should the track present? What is the track? What do you want with the track? If this is an avant-garde journey through drums, through a dumpster fire, then I would make it more avant-garde, right? And it needs to be more of a collage. It's causing confusion because so it depends. If you want to make something really avant-garde, then you have to make it more avant-garde. If this should be a piece to sit somewhere closer to the SATURATE thing, or what I would do, I would use the sample and make it a proper beat and proper arrangement. I think structure and arrangement is the biggest issue here, and I don't think there's a proper bass in there. There's like weird little womps, womp, 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 but nothing really fat or anything like that. So there's a lot to work on this one. I'm sorry. So yeah, I think I can start with or go on with Gucci Philips Zoom version 1. If Gucci is in the chat, give us an ice cream sign. Let's go.
Turbo switching lanes, you blow switching watts, trapping switching spot, when you running hot, feet on the gas, trapping them bags, run up a set, and double the back, show y'all miles on, I'm about to spaz on, I run it up fast, yo, I run it up fast, 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 I run it up fast. That push about to cut the top off. Tapping, this is what y'all niggas get the knocked off. Bought a truck, that push about to cut the top off. Tapping, this is what y'all niggas knocked off. Fish down with the hole. Y'all know what the gold. Boss girls like the mud. Put a hit out on the club. Shine down, boy, get it down. Fish down with the hole. Y'all know what the gold. Boss girls like the mud. Boss girls like the mud. Put a hit out on the club. Turbo switching lanes. You blow switching watts. Trapping stitching spots. Run it hot. Feet on the gas, trapping them bags. Run up a set, and double the back. Show y'all miles on, hands in. I run it up fast, yo. I run it up fast. 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 I secure the bag first, I'm ready to go. I secure the bag first, I'm phone. Yo, inside with a meat. Even cursing. 5 years, one link. Hands full of ink. Money's running in your hand. Bill, that's a ring. Y'all a bitch, hand with 10. I just let it fucking bad. Tokyo with career. Trying to marry to the lid. Y'all with the gold. Fish tail with the hole. Put a hit out on the dirt. I'm a little nigga still slow. Down right when you walk. I just feel out of face. 20 pills, ice. Oh, you looking real icy. Oh, you know you live like me. Turbo switching lanes. Put your watch. Switching spots. Running hot. Feet on the gas. Bags. Run up a set. And double the back. I run it up fast, yo. The fast. I run it up fast.
See, yeah, don't mix codeine with ketamine, huh? Kids, don't. Yeah, would have been funny if Gucci Flips would just do flips of Gucci Mane tracks, but I don't think this is a Gucci Mane. At least it says Future vocals. I'm assuming that's the rapper Future and not vocals from the future. Anyway, I'm just here talking stupid stuff. This was quite good, a bit confusing in between. Yes, Gucci Little Gucci Flip in the chat. Big ups. This was, I like the drops. I like the bass. I like most of the mix, intro, treatment of the vocals, especially in the beginning, and the drop. And then it got a bit confusing. I think could also be a bit simpler, right? Yeah, the bass line reminded me a bit of Moody Goods classic remix there, especially because of the major overtone play and the way the bass line melody goes. Yeah, but I think it could be a bit simpler because you're chopping the vocals and doing crazy stuff in the bass at the same time, and that's a bit hard to follow or hard to get stuck in my head. But other than that, it was a good, nice, vibey, fat bass thing. Thanks for sending it. Yeah. And I think you sent something for the first time. Your first time offender. Welcome. Come back again. Please send more of the fat bass, please. Here's a repeat offender. A good friend of the family, Mr. Ride. And this one is called Back to My Roots. DJ Ride, Jungle version 2, True Peak. Let's run this track.
No! This one for the massive and crew. Back to my roots scene. Regards in a jungle soul.
Every
Yeah, so I'm a junglist, and I have a few thoughts on this, but
Now before making records, the hood was my savior.
I need to bring this one up
Now before
right now and get the fresh water.
making records. Peace to all the real DJs out there. Now before making records, the hood was my savior. But now we're making tunes that make you jam with your neighbor.
Too black, too strong.
Cause from the hood I came, into the hood I must return. Cause from the hood I came. From the hood. When I am weak, you're telling me that I'm strong. When I'm right, you're telling me that I'm wrong. But I know, now I understand. Now I see your wicked plan. I'm a junglist. Don't try to change my plan. Understand. Why won't you understand? I'm a junglist.
yeah, so this would be going on for 4 more minutes, but it's an awesome tune. I just wanted to have a vibe check on this one, on your one, DJ Right. So I needed a sound to compare the mix. Because I thought the bass was maybe so dry dry and short. But if you compare it to this track by Congo Nati, that's quite similar, right? So you have to see. Okay, I give feedback instead of a history lesson, and letting shine through how old we all are. At least DJ Right and me are old. So I think so first off, I think the sample could be used more, the vocal sample could be used more sparsely. It's very nice harmonically, so you have everything in order when it comes to the tones. I'm probably all the reggae instrumental stuff is from the backdrop from the vocal, so it's a track that you sample and put some breakbeats under it, or if you have it separate, maybe you separate it more, saturated more. Separate it a bit more. Yeah, I would have loved for a version with less vocals so I could focus more on the drums. So I think it's mostly an arrangement issue. I thought the bass was a bit repetitive and a bit short and maybe not bassy enough. Could have a bit more sub pressure maybe. Maybe also play around with the melody and the sound of that. I was not too happy with the bass sound. The breaks itself sounded intricate and nicely chopped and layered, maybe at some points it was too much or rubbing, not really rubbing against the sample, but there was maybe just too much going on. If you compare it to the sparseness of the Kongonati track, yeah, you could minimalize it, and don't legalize it and minimalize it. Yes, my friend. So yeah, I think that's it. It's just too much going on at the same time. Not the ideal bass line, but quite ideal breakbeat usage, and a bit too much of the samples for my taste. Sweet. I got water. I'm hydrated, and nice throwback on this Throwback Thursday. Going back. Speaking of a throwback, we just released this release with Supiao, and that also speaks to how old I am. And we started releasing with Supiao like 14 years ago. Damn. So I'll play a bit more of Supiao's release after. Sparsity. Play a bit more of Supiao after the stream, after the feedback section. So what have we left? We have Late Ice again, and yeah, as you know, he is quite controversial when it comes to sound. Let's hear You'll Never Know, because that's how it's pronounced, right? The Norwegian Yo. Oh, Katie is here. Come here. Yo, Katie. Katie's showing ass, so get out of the stream. Come on. Anyway, Late Eyes. Late Eyes has always quite some potential. I think this tune has as well quite some potential. It is thriving. It is beautiful. It is structured well. It is has good sound. I think first half, yeah, bit chunky maybe, well nourished is what we say. No, it's quite the big chunker. It's a chunker. Come here. Anyway, Late Eyes. I think you crushed the first part, 2/3 of the track too much. I had to double check if I'm clipping my mixer, but I wasn't. So it's your fault. I think that part was crushed, a bit too driven, and there was some things I want. Yeah, I think the ARP maybe you could have. There's a lot of the ARP going on. Maybe for some more footworky, more minimized, more sparse action, you could reduce a bit of the ARP in some parts, and so it's a bit more percussive. Maybe. The part I did not quite like was the last one where it just got like very obvious trancey, and I think that's a big thing of yours in general is the mainstream appeal or the more poppy stuff. So you had quite the cliche house bass and quite the cliche trance lead, which did not make me happy personally. So yeah, I'm moving on here. I did like the rest though. I did really like it. If it would be a bit different, I would really consider signing it. Speaking of signing music, I recently signed a bit. Oh, why is Grimtech so huge? Did I make the window huge? I'm being stupid, people. You have to forgive me, I'm stupid. So I'm not even sure what you're doing here because I'm so stupid. Cat drop. Let's go Liminal from Grimtech, who's in the chat. Welcome Grimtech. I'm also made something for you.
Lemonade.
it's that short. Oh no, I thought I had at least a second drop, but let's do it again. Hey, I'm one of the very, hey.
Experiment.
Yeah, fuck that. It's way too short, right? And check out my new t-shirt. It's great. I do like the Crimtech. I don't... Yeah, what I would be doing with this one... I first... it's perfect. It's good. I just... You know, there's this certain genre of bagpipe music, bagpipe bass. You know, Scottish bagpipes. I do love baroque bass, and I also love like bagpipe bass. So I consider this as a prime example of bagpipe bass, and bagpipe bass. Yeah, you can hear these bagpipes, and you should work a bit more on these bagpipes. Wee, 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 wee. They could be a bit more. I mean, it's nice that. Yeah, I'm definitely buying that shirt for sure. It's nice that the bagpipes are so much in the background. So maybe make it a bit more contrasting, so you have the background bagpipes, and then you have upfront bagpipes. They really are blasting their pipes in your brain, if I may say so. Yeah, I'm just playing this one because... Oh, this one is longer. But I do love the meme here, because it's reversed, right? Are you winning that? No, son. Nobody is buying your old ass beats. Sleepless.
sound when the mosh pit rumbles.
Yeah, so oh yeah. Yeah, these are both good. I also like this one a lot. I don't think the intro and the break are perfectly executed yet. I would say, yeah, drops were good, were hard, were nicely done and crunchy and mixed well. But after half of the drops, I would bring in some of the piano, and I would definitely try to rework the intro, like maybe chop up, maybe use less of the piano but more chopped, maybe make it more stutter. It somehow, yeah, if that loop would be more like a drill beat kind of type of vibe, it already almost has some kind of rap beat vibe to it. So if that would be more gangster rap vibe, drill beat type of intro, so a bit more melodic, a bit more stuttery, a bit more cheesy. So you have a contrast between the cheese and the hard grated cheese. No. Yeah, this one is perfect, except the intro and the break. Also, I think Stand Your Ground, the Stand Your Ground vocal was good, and then it said something about mosh pit. I would just cut that. Yeah, more. Yeah, just a bit more. Yeah, like really cheesy Central C type of piano. The piano per se was good, but maybe use a different loop or chop a different loop or play a different melody depending on how you produce your stuff. But I would thought you should definitely just get rid of it completely, but then I was missing it to go over the second half of the drops. Arrangement wise, there could be some relief with harmony melody on the second half. So because it's pretty static, which I like the staticness of it, I like the banginess, but often that heaviness, I mean, if you have something heavy like that, it's always such a relief if you have something that opens up, like a chopped sample or some pads on top. Yeah, give me some harmonies. Yeah, I think the vocal would work quite well if you just use half of it. So like stand your ground and don't play the mosh pit part. Hey, sweet Presentic. Presentic is presenting error code. I like the name error code, and I do really like the graphics. No worries, Mr. Grimtech. We work more on this. This is amazing. And you definitely, I linked Grimtech's SoundCloud. You should give him a follow. There's nothing on there from him, but he has a good taste in repost. I've been checking that out, and he also will release something on SATURATE after the summer, and then there will be music on his profile. Arrow Code, yeah, great art. Definitely love that. Oh, I have to check, zoom in more. There's an Arrow Code, a metal logo made with 8-bit. It's not real. At first I thought it was like real 8-bit, but for that it's too high of a resolution. Yo, brother, I've been waiting for you, my sweetheart. I've been waiting for you. Okay, then extra respects for no AI used, Jordan. This is release music, so I have to call out this cheeky promo by Mr. Arrow Code. And I really find the naming to be weird. EP track 1 and EP track 2 is the actual track name EP track 1 encrypted. I think that's what's being submitted. Okay, we'll respect that. It's not released, but it's also not private. Yeah, we here at SATURATE, we know how to handle secret links. Don't worry. But I understand not everyone has the technical ability to use secret links. Anyway, I'm just blabbing. I just want to check what you wrote. Oh, it's a heavy tear out banger. Oh. Brace for some tear out, people. Here's encrypted by Arrow Code.
Would you give your all to me? All I ever need, and all I can see, you're going far from me. It was all a dream. I could hardly sleep with you haunting me, like you're a part of me. Was that so hard to
Yo, error code, crunchy, quite crunchy. Yeah, I really have no expertise in actual tear out rhythm stuff. I don't even know the difference between tear out and rhythm. Deep fried crispy step. One thing I found interesting, how you were for a second teasing some kind of drop within the build-up. Never quite heard something like that. So I thought it was like the drop, and then it wasn't, and then I thought the drop was teased, but then it wasn't because the drop was different. But I really did like the little splicing into that, and I was like, oh, this could actually be tear out that I like, and then it got quite tear outy. Also interesting that you put a lot of music into your tear out. That was a bonus. Yeah, I'm not sure how clean the mix was actually, because everything is like smashed into a wall, which is like a feature, not a bug, right? And the orchestral parts were sitting quite low frequency wise, which I like, but then that's often like clashing with the rest. So yeah, clean for the genre. Yeah, it was an actually, it was something I never heard of. Yeah, it was not your typical tear out, not your typical dubstep, not your typical. But I thought it was a bit too much overall. But then it's very maximal. So I think that's the sound that you were going for. I really do like the idea of teasing the drop in the middle of the build-up. That was awesome. And the music was a bit over the top for me. I like it more minimal. So yeah, not a lot to say here, I'm sorry. But if Droopy says it's good, and he's the master of crazy world, he's the mayor of mayhem when it comes to sound, so that's good. You're good. Now let's go for Marquez.
Vai desenvolvendo. Pode se envolvendo.
Yeah, nice one. What would you consider comic sounds in this one? Cartoon sounds. I'm not sure what you're on about here, Mr. Shreyaskan. Yeah, I think it's very hard getting that kind of flow through with filters. The bat, was that a cartoon? Or was there something different? It flew over my head. Missed it. Yeah, so flow was meticulous, is that a word? Flow was perfect. It was flowing so very nicely. And I think it's very hard getting a bass with like the rhythm of a filter to flow that good with the rest. So that was quite the feature here. And I think in an ideal world, this would be more like an IDM track. So the bass sound itself was not quite fitting. Quite fitting bass sound itself could be so the filter was quite aggressive, I think, for that kind of groove, but the rhythm was perfect. So it's maybe fine, but it could be a bit more understated and held back. But for that being such a track, I think you also would need to cut a lot of the implied rhythms or samples, not cut a lot of the rhythms, but rather cut a lot of the very obvious samples. So yeah, I'm not trying to force you into a direction. I'm just saying this is a great IDM track if you would just change a few things. An IDM in the best sense, very danceable, very nice, very nice. Very nice groove. It's just so if all of the sounds would be coming out of a certain box, like a certain synth or machine, and it would be more together, or if you would all process them the same way. You had a very open cymbal, then you had a quicker, and the thing that made me laugh the most was the timbales roll that were like just 2 times in there, and then the typical the typical vocal sample in there. It's nice having these references, but also a bit like obvious, maybe Captain Obvious, because itself, the groove and the workings on the bass were so good, it deserves a better treatment, in my opinion. So I'm playing a quick promo for our new sample pack. We are dropping the next one, and it's garage sounding, so too bad we don't have any garage today, but the last one was drum and bass. There's also no drum and bass today, so too bad. Yeah, that was a little quick ad from our sponsors at Saturated Samples. Nice guys. And we also, I cannot forget to stress that there's only 2 days left for our biggest compilation to date. Competition to date, with a price pool over 1,000 United States dollars, lots of other prices on top of that. There's only like 2 days to submit, so I hope you all have your remixes done or almost done, or now you have to sprint to the finishing line and submit until Saturday midnight, and then I think we have a week to judge, but because there will be the winners announcement in roughly in the weekend next week. That's going to be my next stream, but we also have a feedback stream on Monday with NVIUS, which seems to go quite well with people, and it's through the above and below server. Let's get cooking. Everyone needs to cook, and let's hear what dub or something, I don't know, work in progress from Drops sounds like. Drops.
I wish you would come over.
Yeah, I left my mic on apparently, and this was very quick and short, and it's not a dub or because it's not a tune yet, but what you have is nice. I dig it. Much to be added. Yeah, don't add too much, but work with what you have, I think. And now we are getting into a very interesting experiment. I hope my good friend with the weird name. So someone sent me something today, and I didn't have the time to check it. So I asked if I'm allowed to check this one in stream. We have 2 versions of the same remix, and it's by a well-known SATURATE producer. And let me know which version you prefer, right? two versions. I haven't heard these. Let's go. Oh, it's muted. It's muted because it's not on SoundCloud. Here we go.
Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shit, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Gang, Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shack West, Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, I'm Harlem boy, Shack West, bitch, I've always been the man. All my followers in these streets, straight the followers on the gram. All the roaches I had rain, ain't have ACs, I had bands. Always been around, nigga, Shack West never been a band. We was out here on the strip, telling cops to suck our dick. Then some boys was shooting shots, other boys was clutching clips. It get tragic where I live, everything is negative. It get tragic where I live, everything is negative. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. 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 Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shit. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. 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 Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West.
So this was version 1, here's version 2.
Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. 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 Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shit, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Gang, Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shack West, Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, I'm Harlem boy, Shack West, bitch, I've always been the man. All my followers in these streets, straight the followers on the gram. All the roaches I had rain, ain't have ACs, I had bands. Always been around, nigga, Shack West never been a band. We was out here on the strip, telling cops to suck our dick. Then some boys was shooting shots, other boys was clutching clips. It get tragic where I live, everything is negative. It get tragic where I live, everything is negative. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. 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 Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Bitch, live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. Shit. Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West. 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 Live Shack West, bitch, I'm dying Shack West.
Yeah, so which version should live on? I think judging from the titles, the second one was a bit more dirty, mostly in the vocals. And I think personally, that might be a bit much built up in the, because you have such proper treatment of your distortion that but you get a little bit of build up through the crackling, because everything is crackling, and then there's a bit too much crackling. It's kind of nice when the verse hits, so it's not way too much, but I think the clean verse works a bit better. I would have liked the ravey bass build up clipped until there's no tomorrow. Oh shit. Dwoopy ask, are you still in there? I'm just on Discord and everyone asked something. I'm sorry. We have Droopy now. Yeah, but if anyone has another opinion on that remix, which one is better, let me know. I think the cleaner version is a bit better, and I would have wished for the lead sound, the ravey bass lead thingy, that would have been a bit deeper, but then probably would end up having all kinds of other problems. So yeah, I'm usually not the fan of everything clean, but I think just because of the build up in the because everything has the same distortion, everything builds up. So here is Doopy, who has just released with us and will hopefully release more. It's fresh off the press, and the second drop is not done yet.
Good luck, Milo.
Yeah, I really do like the combination of everything here. It's my favorite kind of glitch type style, and I'm not sure if it's my headphones. They are not bassy, They're not quite bassy, but or if it's the mix, and I think everything is a bit shifted too much into, so the frequency spectrum is a bit shifted too much into the high frequency. The high frequency energy is too much, so it's a bit hurting, and it might be because it's in progress and just fresh off the press, but it definitely could have more bass. Yeah, okay. The mix is fried, yeah. So you just need to shift it from high to low again, and I think you're good. Yeah, I love the drop, these kind of effects in the intro, redlining everything basically, yeah, and that's why you don't have any proper bass. I love the drop in the intro. Maybe also the contrast gets less if you have so many strong sounds in the intro, so your distortion in the intro is also quite brutal, my friend, very brutal noodle here. Droopy X Milo, yeah, say hi to Milo. So yeah, I do love the kick snare bloop combo though. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's it for today. I don't have anything more to give. There was one more. No, that was arrow code. There was one more somewhere. Let me find it. Jordan. A 6-song EP about emotions from Wubizi. Oh, that syntax encrypted. We heard that. It's just different here, showing up differently. So yeah, we got everything covered. A bit quicker than anticipated. If you need proper help and longer feedback, I would either send you to the squad or to join the program. We only have very limited places for the artist development program left for the summer, but we're starting properly after the summer again, because then all the others will have left the school. We'll play a bit more of Subiao's release and sign out with that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and see you soon next week, probably when you're winning the contest. Hopefully one of you. I'm not sure where we've ended on Subiao's release, but I'm just starting here. Bye. Bye.